You know that feeling, right? You pick up your phone to scroll on an app like TikTok for, I don't know, just 5 minutes, and then you look up and 2 hours are just gone. Well, today we're going to dig into a really cool idea. What if you could hijack the very same things that make those apps so addictive and use them to actually learn and grow? It's all about turning learning into a game you actually want to play. Man, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The problem isn't that these apps are evil or bad. It's that they are masters at capturing our most precious resource, our time. And honestly, that's the perfect place for us to start. Oh, we've all been there. You open an app for a quick little mental break, and then suddenly, poof, a huge chunk of your day has just evaporated. You look up from your screen with that weird fuzzy feeling, and all you have to show for it is a vague sense of guilt and a bunch of videos you can't even remember. So let's just call this what it is, the TikTok time trap. Because if we're going to figure a way out, we first have to understand how the trap is built.
Okay, this is so important to get. This isn't a you problem. It's not a failure of willpower. You are not lazy. You are going up against a system that has been fine-tuned by literally thousands of brilliant people to do one thing: keep your eyeballs glued to the screen. It's designed to be irresistible.
And that brings us to the big what-if question, right? What if, instead of trying to fight our brain's natural craving for stimulation and rewards, we just pointed it at something better? What if we could hijack that exact same system for our own benefit? And that's our core strategy here, redirecting your dopamine. See, this isn't about suppressing that feeling. It's about substitution. We're not trying to get rid of that reward-seeking part of your brain. We're just going to give it a much more productive target to aim at. Okay, check this out. This slide lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got TikTok's hooks, super fast rewards, an endless stream of new stuff, and basically zero effort required. Now look at the right. The learning loop copies that playbook. It gives you fast rewards, a real sense of clear progress, and just enough of a challenge to keep things interesting. We're basically fighting fire with fire. I absolutely love this quote because it makes the whole thing sound fun. It's not a chore, it becomes a game. When you start thinking of your life as a role-playing game, where every new skill is a quest, and every tiny bit of effort gets you experience points, well, that just changes everything. So what is the system, really? Let's break down the actual mechanics of the learning loop. It's surprisingly simple. It's just these 3 steps. That's the whole thing: input, action, and reward. The real magic isn't in how complex the system is. It's in just doing this simple cycle over and over again. All right, enough theory, let's make this real. We're gonna walk through step by step how you can gamify your very first skill. So, step 1 is input. Let's say you wanna learn to code. You don't sit down for a 3-hour lecture. No way. You watch maybe 10-15 minutes max, and your goal is to learn just one tiny, manageable thing. That's it. Okay, now this is the most important part. Step 2, action. You take that one little thing you learned and use it. Immediately. No, I'll do it later. This is the bridge from just watching to actually learning. And honestly, this is the step that almost everyone skips. And now for the secret sauce, the part that makes the whole loop spin, the reward system. This is how we give your brain that little dopamine hit it's looking for. And it's what makes this new habit actually stick. So how do you actually do it? Well, you can track experience points, XP. You set up little quests for yourself. Maybe after you do it for a few days in a row, you level up. The example here is perfect. Complete 3 short coding sessions, and boom, you've leveled up. It might sound silly, but trust me, your brain loves this kind of feedback. And there it is, that little burst of satisfaction. That's the feeling we're chasing. It's a tiny, tangible sign that you're making progress, and it keeps you coming back for more. So you might be asking yourself, okay, this is cute, but why would this work any better than just good old-fashioned discipline? And that's a really fair question. Here's the secret: your brain doesn't actually hate hard work. What it hates is ambiguity. It hates putting in effort and not knowing if it's getting anywhere. The learning loop fixes that by giving it constant, clear feedback. You're tracking your progress, you're getting a stream of small wins, and your goals are super clear. You're giving your brain exactly what it needs to stay in the game. And here's the crazy part. After just a few days of this, something funny starts to happen. This little game you've made for yourself, it actually starts to feel better than mindlessly scrolling. You're getting that same little reward hit, but now it comes with a side of accomplishment instead of regret. Okay, let's bring this all home. I'm going to give you a super simple 3-day challenge that you can literally start today. Here's your playbook. It's 4 simple steps. 1. Pick one skill. Just one. 2. Break it down into the tiniest possible pieces. 3. For every little piece, you follow the loop. Learn it, apply it, reward yourself. And 4. Just do that every day. That's it. Don't make it more complicated.
Let's end with this powerful idea. Just let that sink in for a second. This is about so much more than just killing time. If you don't actively decide what you're going to consume, the algorithms will happily decide for you, and they'll control your time, your focus, and yeah, your future.
So here it is, the official challenge. Just for 3 days, that's all. Try replacing some of that scrolling time with a learning loop. Just run the experiment and see how it feels. It's a tiny change that could lead to something huge.
So I'll leave you with one final question. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. What skill are you going to start leveling up first?